asking for a chance, and I see you getting all right, I can't understand. Hey.
What is up, Matwire family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know, my name is Antonio Matwire and I own a 2017 BMW 340i. So I am super excited about today's video. It's been a long time coming ever since I upgraded to the Pure 800 Turbo. So for those of you that haven't been following my channel, I have a Pure 800 Turbo installed in my car. It's the new cast Pure 800. But we all know to support a big turbo, you need the proper fueling. And right now I'm currently running the TU pump, which is more or less an OEM plus version of the OEM fuel pump that came in my car. The TU pump does come standard in generation 2 B58s, but my 340 has the generation 1 B58. So when I put the TU pump in there, it was an upgrade for my engine in particular. But when it comes to an upgraded turbo, you need a lot more fuel than what the TU pump can offer. So with that being said, I got my hands on a Dorch Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump. I know I've been teaching you guys a lot on this channel, and I'm pretty sure in previous videos I said that I was just gonna go straight to port injection instead of getting the high pressure fuel pump. But after doing a lot more research, I just found that it was smarter to go with the Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump. It would probably cause less issues in the future, and on top of that, I'll have the fuel capacity coming straight out of the high pressure fuel pump as compared to port injection. Whereas if I had my TU pump max out on fueling, then I would have to rely on the port injection to kick in from the low pressure side, and that's just too much. And honestly, I just didn't think the car would run as smooth, so I just decided to go straight with a Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump. I got a really good deal on it. So I know brand new, the Dorch Stage 2 will run you right around $1,700, I'm pretty sure. With the Black Friday deals going on right now, I don't know if it was on sale. I know that there was a high demand for these and they were out of stock for a while on a lot of websites. But anyway, I ended up getting this one from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. They had bought the fuel pump but ended up not even installing it because I guess they changed their mind and they potentially wanted to go with a G80 M3 instead of upgrading their 340, which I don't blame them. That's a good choice. But lucky for me, he ended up selling me this one for $1,400 brand new because it was never installed, so I ended up saving about $300. But with that being said, that's enough talking. I'm super excited to get this fuel pump installed, so let's jump right into it. All right, real quick, just taking a look. This is everything that it came with. Got your new fuel line, new fuel rail. This is gonna go underneath the fuel pump. This is the actual fuel pump itself. Super nice, a lot bigger than the fuel pump we have back here. It's gonna be right here underneath this sound deadening. Got the bolts that you'll need. So that's pretty much what it comes with, so let's go ahead and get it installed. All right, for the sake of time, it's gonna be less of like a step-by-step DIY. I'm pretty much just gonna be going over what I'm gonna do and then kind of just time-lapse through it. Just because at the end of this video, I do wanna go on a test drive, get some pulls for you guys. I don't want this to just be strictly a DIY. Like I said, I did do the TU pump on this channel a while ago, probably about 1.5 years ago. It is a little different though with the Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump. But there are videos out there if you want an in-depth step-by-step. I know you guys know the godfather of BMWs himself, Brian from Keys Motorsports. He has an awesome DIY on how to do this, but like I said, for the sake of time, I'm gonna try to go through this as fast as possible. So excuse my engine bay, it's a little dusty. But to start, you're gonna wanna take off your engine cover, of course. I don't run my engine cover anymore just because I feel like a lot of my installs I have to take it off anyway. So it's probably somewhere over there in this hot mess. So take off your engine cover. The fuel pump is actually located right here. So the B58 engine, they made it very easy to access your fuel pump. So what we're gonna have to do is start by removing this plastic trim up here in order to access that. But before you start on anything, make sure you're disconnecting the battery. Any other time my trunk wants to open by itself, but except when I want it to open by itself. Come on. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Make sure you put something on your trunk too, so that way it doesn't close, because if it closes with your battery disconnected, it's gonna be a rough day for you. Here you go. Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and removed everything as far as like the trim pieces. There's a bar that kind of connects to the struts. As you can see now, it's Nice and exposed, we got lots of room to work. If you have a Generation 1 OEM pump, it has a little dimple in the middle, so that's how you can tell the difference, but this is the TU pump. So now that everything is out of the way, we're ready to go ahead and start uninstalling this TU pump and getting the new one in there. So I'm gonna start by unscrewing both sides with a 17mm wrench. Be sure to put some microfiber cloth or something underneath, just so that way if any fuel does drip out, it's not dripping all over your engine bay. I smell it. Oh god damn. Got my eye a little bit. Yeah, that shit sure did spray my eye. So yeah, just a note. These lines are under a lot of pressure, so try to break the seal, if you will, very slowly. So since we are going to be replacing this line back here, we're going to have to remove this little e-Torx bolt right here. It smells pretty bad. I'm about to fucking pass out in here. I need to at least crack the garage or something. It smells like straight gasoline. And remove this one as well. I'm going to start backing out this fuel pump. You guys saw my TU pump install. Same thing's going to apply. Make sure that you're backing this thing out as evenly as possible. What I mean by that is unscrew one screw a couple of turns, other side a couple of turns, so on and so forth till it comes out. Same thing when you're installing the new one. Screw one side in just a couple of turns, hop to the other side, so on and so forth, so that way it goes in straight and you run into no issues. Yo, I swear to God, I just changed this oil like less than 1,000 miles ago. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when I did this damn turbo install, changed the oil, man? Ain't no reason why my oil should look like that already. Alright, so as I said before, you're gonna get the plate on first. Doesn't really matter if you go back and forth for the plate, just make sure that it goes on as even as possible. But like I said, with the fuel pump, make sure that you are going back and forth from each screw, making sure that it's screwed in properly and straight. But now this is set pretty solid in place, we're gonna go ahead and work on the fuel lines. All right, so the new pump is installed. Just make sure when you're lining these up, I found it easier to place this one first and then this one down here. This one right here didn't line up as perfect as the other ones did, but it's still screwed on. So we're just gonna let it be, and we'll see when we start it up if there's any leaks or anything. But now all you're gonna do is plug this into the adapter, which is right here, and then you're gonna plug it the other side into the back of the fuel pump. Also off camera, I put in this line, so pretty much they have like these little half crescent moon little screws, so that way you're able to fit it over the pump and then screw it into the line. Same with this side. This line also has one right here, the little half crescent. So like I said, I'm just gonna get this hooked up and then we'll start putting everything back together. Alright, but with that wraps up the install portion. Like I said, just make sure you're putting everything back. But the install is finished, so now pretty much all I have to do is wait on the custom tune. So right now I'm tuned by Sam, but I'm tuned as if I have a TU pump. So I'm waiting on my tuner to send me a revision with the new fuel pump. If you guys have just MHD or you have boot mode, there should be an option within the tune where you can change the fuel pump to a stage 2 fuel pump if that's what you guys want to do instead of going custom tune. Boot mode and MHD does offer that, but like I said, for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait on my tuner, and then once he sends me the new revision, I'm gonna go ahead and tune my car and we'll go on a test drive. Alright guys, change of plans. So it is currently the next day. It is the weekend, so my tuner isn't actively working and sending out custom tunes and revisions to anybody. So I'm not even sure if there is any revisions that he's gonna want to send me, or if I can just go into the boot mode app, select his custom tune, and then just add that I have a Dorch stage 2 high pressure fuel pump. For right now, that's what I'm gonna do until he reaches back out to me. I don't think switching to the Dorch stage 2 high pressure fuel pump within his custom tune that he already sent me is going to harm anything. So let's go ahead and make that change and then make sure everything's running properly. Alright, so I have his custom stage 2 E50 tune. I already configured it, so it's gonna go ahead and flash. Shouldn't take too long because this tune is already flashed. The only adjustment it's going to make is the high pressure fuel pump, so we'll just wait until it's done. Alright, it was successful, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this, Turn off the car for a few seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and start her up, and then we'll head outside to see if everything's running correctly. Let's try again. Okay, probably just had to get some fuel through the lines. Everything seems to be good. Not seeing anything leaking anywhere. So I will say, first impressions, it definitely feels a lot better in the higher RPMs, which is to be expected with better fueling. So with the TU pump, you could definitely feel it in the lower RPMs. It's very torquey, which is to be expected. That's what it was made for. But with this fuel pump, you can definitely feel it a lot more in the higher RPMs. There's not an as noticeable drop in power the higher you get through the gear. As compared to the TU pump, you can definitely feel that power drop. Once the car gets warmed up here, we'll do a couple of like small pulls, just kind of see how it really feels. All right, so I'm about to enter the highway, and I'll do a little pull for you guys with my head mount, so that way you guys can kind of get POV style. The tires probably aren't as warm as they should be, but like I said, we're just doing a little pull anyway. There's a lot of people entering the highway right now, but I'll try to get like a nice clear lane so I can just really see what it's talking about. All right, we'll do a pull in fourth. Spinning. Oh my gosh, spinning. Spinning. Oh my gosh. That is so much of a difference right there. That is crazy. Do another little fourth gear pull. That is so crazy. So like I was saying before, you can definitely feel it in the higher RPMs. It is just ridiculous. With the TU pump, you would feel that initial, you know, launch into the back of your chair, and then it'll kind of ease up just a little bit. But with this pump, there is no easing up. Like all the way through, obviously I was spinning in fourth, fifth. Like I said, my tires aren't completely warm yet, but it is definitely a noticeable difference. That is insane. So with that, obviously the only thing I'm waiting for at this point is the drag pack. I already have the wheels, but the tires should be here tomorrow. We got the fuel pump installed, we got the drag pack coming, and then once I get some dragging numbers, I'm definitely gonna take it back to the dyno, the same one that I took it to before I even had the turbo, so that way it's pretty accurate, because I cannot wait to see what this car is making. Let's do another little pull right here. Nothing too crazy. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. All right, let me chill out. All right guys, well, I don't want to make this video too long. I'll definitely have a lot more POV drives coming to you guys soon, now that I have the stage 2 high pressure fuel pump installed. But just like that, that wraps up today's video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel and you like seeing content like this, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video or helped you out in any way, give it a thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously. And as always, Matwire fam, remember your goals and don't stop till you reach them. Peace.
Excited just to see me, wish I felt the same way. Later on she'll probably get a name change. People changing on me like they gain weight. I wish that I waited on the